Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2011. This is Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service. I am Paige Poth. In today's headlines, the condition of a cargo ship stranded off New Zealand worsens. A couple is arrested over a stolen sandwich. Texas asks customers to follow water restrictions. The battle between Dublin Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper Snapple Group heats up. Texans volleyball and weather. Now today's top stories. In international news, the Associated Press reports that the condition of an oil-carrying cargo ship stranded on a reef in New Zealand has worsened. Authorities say they are preparing for it to break apart. Salvage crews have been in a stop-start race to remove oil from the vessel arena to prevent it from leaking into the ocean. Crews have removed more than 1,100 tons of oil before bad weather halted efforts Sunday. About 385 tons have leaked into the sea and about the same amount remain on board. Maritime New Zealand said today a barge attached to the ship's stern will drag the vessel to shallower water if it breaks apart. In national news, the Associated Press reports that a Safeway grocery store in Hawaii is declining to press charges against a Honolulu couple whose arrest over a stolen sandwich led to state workers taking their 2-year-old daughter. Safeway told Honolulu police that it won't press charges against Marcin and Nicole Lazinski. Nicole, who is 30 weeks pregnant, ate a sandwich while shopping and walked out without paying. Their daughter, Zofia, was taken by state child welfare services and returned to her parents 18 hours later. The mom and dad were handcuffed, searched, and later released on bail. While shopping, they munched on the sandwiches, saving the wrapper to be scanned later, but forgot about it. They were led upstairs assuming to get a lecture and asked to pay, but store managers would not allow them to simply pay. Instead, police arrived, read them their rights, and a woman from Child Welfare Services arrived to take Zofia away. Safeway spokesperson Susan Houghton said management followed routine shoplifting procedure, but the company regrets not foreseeing that doing so would cause the child to be separated from her parents. Houghton says that Safeway wants to make things right. In state news, Texas' record-breaking drought has forced about a fifth of all public water systems statewide to ask or compel customers to follow water restrictions, and 23 of those have unknown levels of water supplies or are within 3 months of running out of water completely. That's what Carlos Rubenstein, a commissioner for the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, told the Texas Senate's Natural Resources Committee on Tuesday. Rubenstein said some 956 public water systems out of the 4,721 across Texas have imposed voluntary or mandatory water restrictions on water use. He said 55 of those have prohibited all outside watering, and at least 23 are in dire straits that officials can no longer determine the state of their water supplies or believe that they were within 180 days of drying up completely. In regional news, Micah Moore of the Empire Tribune reports that the ongoing legal battle between Dublin Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper Snapple Group will likely continue for more than a year, according to court records. Last week, the Snapple Group asked the 266th District Court to move the countersuit filed by the Dublin Dr. Pepper bottler out of Erath County. The Snapple Group said the pleadings in the locally filed state suit are already covered in the federal court case set for trial in July 2012. At the heart of this case is an issue already pending in Texas federal court. Snapple contends in its 250-page response, given the facts here, to deny this venue transfer would constitute reversible error. Snapple believes if it prevails in the federal lawsuit regarding trademark use and ownership, the federal court resolution would resolve the state court case. The company says when two cases in different jurisdictions involve the same subject matter and parties, the Texas Supreme Court has generally ruled the first case takes precedence until resolved. Now, District Court Judge Don Jones will make a decision on whether to change venues and to allow the federal court case to conclude before action is taken on the local lawsuit. It is unknown when a decision will be made. In Tarleton news and sports, according to Tarleton Media Relations, last night the Tarleton Texan Lady Volleyball seniors were honored at senior night. Tarleton State seniors Jesse Hartman and Breon Waynes were named co-setter and co-defensive player of the week. They were also honored for their Tarleton careers prior to their match with Texas A&M Commerce last night. The duo also helped lead their team to the final victory in Wisdom Gym. Last night's match mathematically eliminated Texas A&M Commerce from postseason contention. Nikki McNorton led the team with 21 kills, marking her 7th straight game of double-digit kills, while Flynn Harrell landed 17 kills. Hartman tallied 31 assists in her final home game, with Barker who added 14. Tarleton will hit the road for the 2 final games, beginning with Texas A&M Kingsville Thursday at 7 p.m. For today's weather, you can expect a high of 77 and a low of 34, and tomorrow a high of 59 and a low of 30. Today's stories were from the Associated Press, the Empire Tribune, and Tarleton Media Relations. Today's broadcast was produced by Cato Neves, Mackenzie Boone, and Hannah Miller, with the help of Texan TV News engineer Matthew Mills. You can also follow us on ustream.tv/user/Texan News Service, youtube.com/Texan News Service, and Northland Cable Channel 9. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I am Paige Poth. Tune in Thursday for the latest from the Tarleton State University.